apparently there's some people who feel bad that a Christian you can laugh at such a.
It is funny. It is very funny.
It's hilarious. It's like
our man just came out in one of the biggest shows,
big screen comedy, like free, not.
And he walked unscripted and slapped a whole movie.
No, honestly, I can't still understand why anybody would find not.
I know, it's
funny.
so funny.
I still don't
It's super
understand.
funny.
Yeah. Even now, by the way, when I'm bored, I want it to sit in a big screen.
You ready? You ready?
We started.
Oh, you said it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Hello guys, you are welcome to my channel. My mom was here the last time and it was one of my favorites, like personally my favorite videos, but also many people loved that video. So they were like, come back, you need to come back.
I'm back.
Mom.
I'm back.
I'm gonna get people like suffering back home. You're not even trying.
I know. Okay.
Gosh, stop it. So guys, today we're gonna talk about the slap. For millions of years I've talked about being slapped, have been slapped, but this one particular slap is the slap. Maybe Jesus, when he was saying that slap, slap, he was thinking of Will Smith. Basically what we'll be talking about exactly about the slap is just everything and the dynamics behind it, what people were really thinking. When did you first find out about this slap?
Actually, you're the one who showed me. When you're on social media, you see some things, you're like, huh? What is it anyway? So he shows me, and I remember you showed me, and I looked away like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, she was
and every time I would get bored
because she was talking. She would literally just move ahead when the slap happened.
So that like the third or fourth, like, Mom, you're missing the thing, you know. So I forced myself, and it's like, oh.
Mom was actually so shocked. It's as if her son has just been slapped.
God, I felt the pain. Some people, I saw even that you were saying, no, these days are acting. I did not see the acting because on the face of Chris Rock, I mean, that couldn't have been.
It was such a shock to him.
He was
and also the people behind.
Yeah, he was stunned, and I was a bit, because I didn't follow. I was a bit confused because he had been laughing and dying, and then suddenly I thought he was going to receive an award, and then
like I am, brother.
So, after that, I even came to watch it on the TV so I can see it in a bigger screen. Like, I just wanted to see the version. The way the camera, like, from all sides.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow, what was that? And definitely what I love in the social media is not even the actual event itself, it's what people are talking about it.
Personally, how I knew it, before I even showed my mom, was I was seeing a lot of memes of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? Because I'm seeing the memes, but I was not understanding. So I went and I searched Will Smith, and of course that's the one thing that showed up.
And you might have 100 people in the room, 99 cannot slap you. What will? Like, will.
90% of the memes we saw were probably from
Kenyans. It was hilarious, but the perspective, now because the world is divided, this is the whole world.
There's Team
even
Rock,
kids, there's no
exactly. Yeah,
the whole. This is the one thing that has unified the world.
Ukraine was fighting, they forgot.
Yes, they had to focus on the slap, So what was amazing me now was the argument on both sides. Now, being a woman, if you're going through like what Jada is going through, of course I would not like to be made fun of a sickness, right? Yeah. So that is not right at all, But again, we understand that Chris Rock didn't even know what Jada was going through,
which some people believe,
but others don't. Yeah. But I mean, it's not like you follow every channel. So
and I think that was also one of the things that I was just like, really, because you're not the center of the world, and just
Exactly.
because
It's not like everybody in the world watching
knows you, not everyone knows Jada.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's
No, even if they do,
Jada.
like has Trump ever done some stupid things, and everybody's laughing and they're like, huh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. Yeah, it's true. So we can't act like she's the main, like the whole entire universe surrounds her, so that we all know that you're going.
Even I did not know about that.
Even me,
and I watched the Red Table.
Even me,
I never heard about.
Actually, I thought she was doing it out of, I don't know, those yoga things that people do. I thought it was part of some meditation thing. I didn't know it was actually something she was doing.
And then people change fashion. Maybe
yeah,
to cut her hair. Anything could happen. But let's even say that Chris Rock actually knew that she was sick, and he made fun of it, And Will Smith, I can understand anger. I can understand him going to slap. But why I see the conflict, or the, how do you call it? When you take a side that favors you most, hypocrisy. Yeah, the bias or hypocrisy. Where I'm looking at it is, we are at a place where Black lives matter. So if a white person hits a black person, it's wrong. If a white man shoots a black person, it's wrong. If a man hits a woman, it's wrong. If we've never really justified abuse. We've never really justified somebody being assaulted. We don't. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And we're talking about it, and we're talking about, I don't know if you've talked about this on camera before, but we've talked a lot about abuse, and knowing that those who don't know, we are born again and we believe in God, and also we believe in demons, not in them helping us, but we know they're there. Yeah. And they're like on our case a lot of times. But basically, what you know is that we've talked a lot about abuse. And I've told you, even I myself, having gone through abuse, like in the eyes of an abuser, and seeing how they anger and whatever, and they get angry, I have come to a conclusion that it can't be them. Because immediately that happens, they just come down to a place of, and everybody thinks they're crying and because they're pretending to be told sorry. No, you can't tell. If you're in the eyes of an abuser, you can see the rage. Abusing. It can kill if you're the abusee now. Yeah. They are abusee. It's like kissing. If you're the abusee and you're watching an abuser abuse you, the rage, the demonic range of them wanting to hit you, you can tell with a child that's kneeling on the ground crying to tell you sorry. And I came to conclude it cannot be a human being. It must be very demonic. The person is totally possessed. And that's why sometimes they go and completely kill, because it's not the person. And then the person even becomes normal, takes themselves to the police station because they did not know what I was doing. Now, what I'm saying is, normally, sometimes, the person who is abusing, if a man is abusing a woman, and I've gone through abuse, so I'm not saying I don't understand. I understand, it's very painful. But I think when somebody is when somebody is the abuser, when somebody is abusing somebody, there's something as an abusee, let's use that word now, you probably said that has really agitated them. Sindio? Yeah. You probably have provoked them. You probably have told them things they don't want. You probably smiled to another man and they don't want you to smile to another man. There's a lot of things that you've done to provoke them. But does that justify them hitting you? Does that justify them killing you? No. Nothing. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
I think justifies.
Let me tell you about women. There are women, because someone was telling me the short ones. They tell the man, kuja hapa, kuja, nipige, like now they kuja, nipige one, so the man is like, ndakupiga, nipige. If the man is not coming close, she even comes to the face and even, like pokes him, and he does everything until the man with that manly anger, like, hits one time. And then the woman, of course, the one who screams loudly. So that man has been provoked. But you will hear a sober man, even our fathers, our great-grandfathers, telling younger men, telling them, if a woman provokes you, walk away. Go deal with your anger, because when you stay in, you're going to hit her. Now, we never ever justify abuse. And I couldn't understand how the world then, as much as Will Smith was provoked, the world could justify abuse. Well, all we've been talking about is Black Lives Matter. Don't whatever. Gender abuse.
There is no reason for anyone to beat anyone.
Exactly.
Simple. It does not matter which
The
side
justification.
it's coming from.
Exactly.
And I feel like we were talking, what if Will Smith was a white man?
Mm-hmm.
That one would be somewhere else right now.
Like the white man woke up, and he was also the white man also has a loving.
Has a
angry
loving
about.
exactly. I think one of the things that someone was saying is the problem with actors and people who have influence is that they do things with no consequences because they are actors. So they live almost in this bubble that is not realistic. Because if it was a normal situation, like maybe it was just a meeting, we were having a meeting and someone says a joke, the thought of you even slapping them would have never been part of it. Because in our normal lives we have consequences. But for actors, for influencers, for people who influencers meaning like political people, presidents, whatever they do never has consequences on them.
It's true.
So
they're indispensable.
Yes,
they're like gods.
Exactly, because people have made them like gods.
Then now the other one is now apparently there's some people who feel bad that a Christian you can laugh at such a.
It is funny. It is very funny.
It's hilarious. It's like
our man just came out in one of the biggest shows,
big screen comedy, like free, not.
And he walked unscripted and slapped a whole man. How is that not funny?
The whole world is watching.
But I was really shocked at him.
Yeah, I was really. He
has very good emotional intelligence.
I was like, God, touch me. Holy Spirit, touch me. The day I can be slapped, provoked, done all those things, and actually make a joke
about it. That's shocking.
Yeah, that he has the fruits of the Holy Spirit.
I know, it's crazy how he has the fruits of the Holy Spirit more than some Christians.
I know.
Because I know if our pastor was preaching, and that person came.
Like instead of turned the others, his dad would have slapped both cheeks.
And I saw somebody saying, you're not supposed to laugh at it and all these things. And I'm honestly so tired of being politically correct for many things. And this is not just even for the slap, but it's a lot of things in the Christian sphere that we are becoming politically correct for things that shouldn't. We are wasting time on so many
we are majoring on
ridiculous arguments. It's so tiring, and also it's not like
also when you're born again, you laugh. Like Jesus, maybe Jesus is very funny, guys. If you the last 4 years, I've been born again since I was 12. But the last 4 years, I have learned to constantly be in communication with God. I could be driving and I just tell Jesus, it's okay, take the other seat. And we go chatting all the way to town. And let me tell you, Jesus is funny. He is hilarious. No, it was funny. The pain was real. I felt the pain for 2 days. Like on my right side. I didn't even know which cheek. I felt pain for 2 days. And I actually feel for both of them. And I know it's in a moment of anger, but yeah, it happened publicly. And
I think one of the reasons we're finding it funny is because we don't take them as idols. I think most of the people are taking them like
maybe that's
God Will Smith and God Chris Rock. They beat themselves each other. They can never laugh about. It's like finding out Jesus just slapped the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
So I think because people have idolized and they're humans, it's funny. I'm sure honestly if 2 of my friends went and slapped themselves.
No, honestly I can't still understand why anybody would find not.
I know, it's funny. So funny.
I still don't.
It's super funny.
Yeah. Even now, by the way, when I'm bored, I only choose to see it on a big screen. What? You see that coming.
So I have some news here.
Yeah, who criticizes Chapati?
Right?
Yeah. Really?
We also found out that there are many Instagram pages not
Yeah.
pages, people accounts, like actual accounts where
Called
they
the Will Smith Chris Rock slap.
yeah, like over 100.
Like, let's monetize on this.
I think one of the main things we want to put the message across is that if you're going to stand for the truth, it should be the truth, and it should not be twisted according to whoever
to what fits you, what
Exactly.
is more. If it's something that, and this I find very unfair to men, because who are we talking with the other day when we were saying there are even men who get beaten by women?
Exactly.
That's also by violence.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go against men who beat women for violence, then let's also consider the men that if a man gets beaten, nobody cares.
No one.
But it's also violent. There are
Yeah.
women who are just
People laugh. People laugh.
Yes, like
When-
how can you be beaten by a woman? But that the woman is the girl,
Yeah.
and then the command there is
Or if the man has been taught not to beat
not
a
to
woman,
fight. There are men who won't fight.
they will never fight.
Yeah. So we should not be biased just because it doesn't go on our side or the
It's
way. So our argument is not even that Will Smith is wrong or Chris Rock is wrong, but what we are trying to say is, as much as you condemn this one thing, you cannot relax now just because it is coming from this person, or also because you forgive this thing, you cannot now refuse to forgive it now because it's coming from a celebrity. So we need to give grace. We always need to look at something from the eyes of God.
Yeah.
How would God judge that? How does God judge the abuser? How does God judge what are the eyes
What
of
does
God?
he see in such a situation?
What does God see in what Will Smith? He understands that Will Smith was really angry. Understand?
Yeah.
But what does God also think about Chris Rock?
Yes.
He feels pain for me just like I did. You know, like,
Yeah, chick.
I felt pain for 2 days.
Like
Actually, when you
free.
look at things the God's way, you lose a lot of opinion.
It's true.
You lose a lot of opinion. So you'll not be too opinionated that Chris Rock didn't, or Will Smith did, or your father did, or your mother didn't, or your siblings didn't. You're able to look at the situation from God's eye and understand. You always need to understand this life is complicated. Relationships are very complicated, and this is what we go through every day. So
Yes. So yeah, that was our conversation around that, because there've been a lot of talks about it. There've been so many things that have been going on around, most even in the Christian sphere. We shouldn't laugh about it, or you should laugh about it. Chris Rock is wrong, Will Smith is right. I don't know. Like, many things have been going around it. We were like, you know what? Let's have a talk, because this is something we had already talked about. So thank you guys for joining us today. This was my mother. To check out her YouTube channel down below in the description box, and get her book too. I'll put it also in the description box. And thank you for watching today, and bye.
bye.